Last week we had our women's ministry launch, quite an impressive launch. We had the Millers with us. And for those of you who were there, were you blessed? Were you blessed? The women were blessed. And we thank God for the ministry of the Millers. But I was sharing with Janelle. I said to her, you know, Janelle, your mom messed me up for life. And that caught her attention. What? You know, when I was a teen, I would go to summer camps, and part of summer camp then meant that there would be an inspection of your cabin. And the cabin with the most points would have the privilege of being first in the meal line. And you can understand how important that was for a teenage boy. Amen. To be first in line for meals. And her mother was one of the inspectors who came to our cabin. And I had made the mistake that year of taking a pattern sheet with me to camp. And so she came in the cabin and she was inspecting our floors and inspecting our beds. And I thought that my bed was well put together. And then she called me over. She said, Noel, I want to show you something. She said, your bed has patterns, and the patterns are not in alignment. The patterns are not in alignment. Of course, the cabin lost points, and the boys were all over me because we were not the first in the lunch line that day. And I told her, Janelle, every time I see your mom, I remember her saying, the patterns are not in alignment. Of course, the ensuing year when I went to camp, I took me a plain sheet this time with no patterns.